Prime View TV. New media with a difference.
Good evening and welcome to Straight Talk. My name is still Msteeq Marlene, and today I have a very, very special package. Well, they say all good things have an end, and they also say at the end of a tunnel there's light. But sometimes some people's light dim, or should I say beam, sort of, and they cannot, they're blinded or blindfolded. They cannot see that light. As much as the light is there, they still cannot see that light. The show today is supposed to be a very casual one, but I'm going to make it straight, because Straight Talk was actually before tendered to you via Heritage Television. But now you can see it's a new package, Prime View Television. And I'm sure you're following us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Please subscribe to this Prime View Television. And Msteeq Marlene, I just want to tell you exactly about who Msteeq Marlene is, how it all started, how it all began, and why it is important for me to do this show today. Very important for me to do this show. People can talk about you, gossip about you, lie about you. Sometimes they just say ignore them, because if they don't talk about you, you never existed. But sometimes if you do not answer back, it becomes you. That's why I choose to do this show today. So be patient with me, relax, let's have a smooth ride while I put the record straight. First off, I must say, everything I'm saying today is solely between me and what I'm talking about. It has nothing to do with Prime View Television. So if anybody wants to counter it, you counter me and not Prime View Television. How did it all start? Msteeq Marlene Onyocha. In the 80s, I was a recording artist. I could actually claim the first female reggae artist Nigeria ever had. Right there per se, I could claim that, because in record it was when I released my Country Home album, produced by Tony Okoroji, on the under Polygram Records, signed under Polygram Records. I did well when that came out. Also a model, also an actress. So I didn't start acting like yesterday, like some of my friends are now claiming they put me into acting. I remember in the 80s, and when I say 80s, early 80s, as far back as 83, 84, or even before that, when Olu Jacob came in from UK and was trying to get into Nigerian industry, movie industry. I was casted to play alongside him. His house help that got pregnanted by him. It was a good show. I enjoyed the play of the week. It was a credit to my name. Then I proceeded to US. I've done so much that I could not start dropping names, but if I have to drop names like Halle Berry, Jamie Foxx, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Steven Seagal, yes, I have encountered with them, played alongside, you can call it extra, but some of the extras were spoken extras that I got featured in it. So it's not like I started from UK Nollywood. But there's so much, there's 3 segments of my story today. I'm not telling you the story of I'm not here today to tell you the story of Marlene. I just wanted to hint that before I get into what my topic is today. My topic being, let me emphasize on that, fallen from grace. fallen from grace. It's no particular person, but people that actually has hit me the way I wasn't expected to be hit. Sometimes they say when your enemy do something to you, well, it doesn't hurt that much. But when your sister or your friend do the same thing, it touches the bone. What am I trying to say? Straight Talk is usually an hour program. I have guests, beautiful great guests that come. I started the radio, actually this radio thing, this TV thing didn't actually start, Straight Talk didn't start here. I started radio with FRC2 in the 80s also. But then I got into radio here, Urban Jazz Radio. Thanks, kudos to Sergi for giving me that opportunity. And that was over 2 years ago. I had some guests, important, interesting guests, politicians and all that. Because I'm a private person, I do things my little way. Don't make too much noise. But when somebody thinks they'll bring your leg out and expose you, wash your not supposedly dirty laundry in the public instead of washing theirs, you better put the record straight. And that's what I'm here today, to put the record straight. I told you there are 3 segments to my story today. Relax and let's start with the first one. I was invited to come and play a major role in a Nollywood film. I was going to call names, but they said I was advised by my lawyers it hasn't gotten that bad. I shouldn't call names. And when the time is right, I will call names. I was invited to play a major role in this movie. And the lady that invited me happened to be then my friend. I thought she was my friend, or she is my friend. I wasn't supposed to be paid because I didn't know there was money involved in this movie. So the first and second and third scenes that were shot, I used my money. I contributed. The first scene was in okay, if I say that, I don't know exactly, but the first scene was a children's scene. I paid half of the lunch money for the kids from my pockets. I didn't charge a penny. I didn't request for my money back. If you know, the people here that knows Marlene, Msteeq Marlene knows I have a premises where I have a studio and I have a partner with Prime View TV. Like I told you, this story has nothing to do with Prime View Television, but I have a partner, Spencer and Yonwelo, that we set up this Prime View Television a little bit about a year ago, about 1.5 years ago. We have a studio where we operate from. But the story of the studio is another story, that's the second story. But let me finish this one. I put in my money. Did all I could do for this woman. Because I was working so hard, I was made the assistant production manager. Sorry, assistant production manager. Because the production manager said he was too busy, he couldn't do nothing. So I did the job of the production manager. I didn't charge a penny. I wasn't paid a penny. But I made them give me a contract to sign. And I couldn't trust their movements. So I signed that contract. And I played the role of that. I did the work of a production manager. And in as much as I was doing the work of a production manager, I handled location, welfare, costumes, including the person in question provided her costumes without taking a penny. But most of all, I played a supporting role. She and I were head to head in this movie. Like I said, I didn't charge a penny. Then she agreed that she's going to pay £100 certain people, £50 the other. And then I got into the category of £100. I'm ashamed to say this because if I wasn't doing it for that friend, production is between £1,000 to £2,000. That's what they charge in this country. To act in a movie, you know, it depends, but you have to be paid. And then I put in certain amount in this production. So when she paid me that £100, if you deduct the money I put in there, I made £20. But I wasn't into, it wasn't about money with me. It wasn't about money. It was about one, helping a friend. Two, I sat down with her. I said, listen, I don't want this to mess up because I haven't acted in nearly 20 years. It's going to be a comeback for me. So I want this to be good. I want to put my best. And I want everybody to put their best in it. I was actually one of the casting directors of this movie. Or should I say, in auditioning, I was one of the auditioners. Where did I go wrong? And that's why I'm having this show. Because unfortunately it's not live, because I know some people would have called it. I don't know where I went wrong. The movie finished. No, even before the movie finished. So much happened. I tolerated. 3 a.m. sometimes I'm on the road, either going home or coming back from the shoot. You expect it to be appreciated. We don't have still photographers. I took the job of a still photographer with my phone. Took more than 500, actually more than 600 precisely, still pictures. Created a Facebook page for these people. Created Instagram page. I designed flyers for this movie. Posted, by this time we're talking at least 6 or 7 flyers have gone out. Where did I go wrong? When you're doing things for people or when you're associating with people, learn who you're with. Watch your steps. Pick your friends. Not everyone that comes to you should be friends. Not everybody that stays around you should hang around you. Not everybody that you want to work with or want to associate with should be your friend. Draw a line. I didn't draw that line. That's where I messed up. And I'm having this show because I do not want anybody to mess up like I did. Now, my name is being blackmailed everywhere, including that I was paid £2,000 for this show, for the film. I got nothing. I'm not going to lay so much emphasis on this because I intend to take legal actions. But let me stop with this particular issue here. Because why I started this show is not, one of my business partners called me and said, Marlene, why is it that wherever your name is mentioned among your friends, there isn't much to talk about? What does that tell you? Marlene is now the bad one. And those friends that they're talking about, the same circle, the same 3 people. And then I take you back to the studio. I told you I started with Heritage Television. 1 year, a whole 1 year with television, Heritage. I must tell you, I have nothing to show. Not one day did I show interest in learning what he was doing. And I'm telling you this publicly. Not one day have I said, teach me what you are doing. Not one day have I said, okay, the premises you are is my premises. I want you out. Nobody even knew I had anything to do with the premises where he was. Not one day did I mention that. If I go outside, I remember when I went to Nigeria to cover some shows, and then there was a very particular one that Obasanjo and everybody was there. They were introducing all these ministers and head of states and all that. And next thing I heard, Msteeq Marlene from Heritage Television. I was proud, in as much as I had nothing to show. I knew where I was going in this TV. When I went with him, with my partner, we said, okay, we want to use your platform to set up Prime View Television. Right from day one, it was pronounced. Where did I go wrong? Several times he was to be kicked out. I stopped it. I'm saying this thing publicly so that people will listen to me. I have been damaged by this man. I have been damaged by him. He had somebody that was a presenter. I didn't know, never spoken to and all that. The presenter scouted me in a messenger. Sent me a message. You're in the wrong place. This man said you're this, you're that, you're that, you're that. You know what I said? If you have a problem with this man, go sort it out. But allow me, I don't listen to such things, such stories. In as much as I know the lady was saying the truth. But, you know, if you know where you are going, don't listen to this person, say this person. I knew what I was looking for. I knew where I was going. But one thing I do not do is use people to get where I'm going. I don't do that. I've never done that before in my life, and I will never. People that, the only people I could say can testify that knows me well, not even my family. People that I've worked with in the past. I wouldn't get my family involved because my family, it will be like, oh, because they're your family, they love you so much, they will say so much good things about you. But no, that's not it. I am so proud of whom I am today because I know myself. I will never hurt an ant. Seriously, I will never hurt an ant. I will never blackmail you. When you're being talked about or when you're being blackmailed, I will always come. I'm known as the peacemaker. Marlene the peacemaker. But amongst these three people, not just am I Marlene the terror, Marlene the destroyer, Marlene the dream killer, Marlene I was even told, I didn't want some people to shine. I want to take, you see, in my write-up in Facebook about this show, I said I had a revelation, and that revelation is that when your grace is fallen, you need to go and kneel down and pray for forgiveness. Don't come to me to pray, to ask for forgiveness. I have forgiven everybody that wronged me. But you need to go and talk to your God. I'm sorry I'm bringing religion into this. Because the man in question is supposed to be a pastor. That's what's killing me. That's what's killing me. He says he's an apostle of God. And every single thing about this man is a lie. I have to expose this. I have to expose this. Because when, like, okay, let's say now, there's what you say, a born-again Christian, or you say people in the world. You say, I am in the world, Marlene is in the world, and I am better than you, the pastor. You have a place. I won't judge you, but you have a place out there. And I tell you, it's hellfire. If anything I'm saying today is wrong or a lie, it's only God that will judge us. I actually confronted this man. I confronted him. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. But when a man keeps making passes at you, and you keep turning him off, telling him off, you know, to the extent that at one occasion he tried to grab you and you pushed him and warned him. And this same man will go and lie about you. And when you confronted him, a pastor, I told him, let me bring a Bible, swear in your Bible that I'm lying. And this man was ready to swear on the Bible. I am so scared of this world. I'm telling you. I am really, really disappointed and scared. I'm not, with this one, I am so upset. I'm not even hurt. I am so upset that I can't wait for the judgment day. And that's why I'm putting this record straight. I did nothing to this man. I tried to protect him. I tried to protect his name. I tried to, when he was to be kicked out in 3 occasions, I tried to stop it. At a time, or was it 2 or twice? Because usually the money is paid to me and I pay the rent. They didn't want to take the rent. I told him, go and put the money in my account. When they want to kick you out, I'll tell them you have paid the rent so they will not kick you out. I did that in 2 occasions. And this man still comes to say things about me, bad things, lies about me. I tried to protect his wife. The wife had the guts to come and brought some people and was singing and dancing. Oh, let's do this, let's do that, threatening me before I had to call the police. I'm sorry. I never did it. I've gone through so much in life. Never called police on anybody. But for a brat that you protected, or you think you're protecting, to listen to the lies of her apostle husband, to come and try to challenge me. Woe betide all of them. But then that takes me to where I am coming from. Marlene is not just an entertainer. Marlene is not just a presenter, a TV presenter or radio host. Marlene has a heart. And that heart is a heart of gold. And I don't care what they say, what they do. It won't change me. I have helped people right from when I was maybe 17, 18 years old. I've been helping people. It won't change me. I use the word, I'm opportuned to have what I have. I'm opportune for people to come and say, oh, auntie or mommy or my sister. Only Igbo ka mbokwana. Nne, I've been doing that. That means, do you have anything to help? I've been doing that years. This same Marlene has set up businesses for people in the past. This same Marlene has, the recent one, this same Marlene that is so bad, called somebody in this same UK Nollywood industry. That's where I got my title from. Falling from grace. I had a revelation. Somebody told me in Facebook, replied me in Facebook that it's false prophecy. Okay, I think it's because he didn't know where I was coming from or where I'm going. Okay, I don't know your name. I don't have my phone to start thinking who you are. But what it is, if you're watching this program, I've had charities in the past. Or I still have charity. Prime View Television is on the hype charity. And there's Prime View Initiative, which is also charity. Center for Prevention of Exploitation of Women and Children, registered in Nigeria, is my charity. And I've done so much work with it, both in the Northeast, IDPs with their military, both in Lagos, both in Abuja. One of the cases I solved was with the police. I got affiliated with the military and the police. A woman, like usually children that are in the wrong places and all that. The police will call me. They had a case they couldn't solve because the parents were loggerhead about who gets the child. I was called in Abuja. I saved that situation. I've been helping people. I have fostered children in this country. I'm proud to say that. I've had somebody that came in from Nigeria. I didn't know him from Adams. But because he was stranded and he was intelligent and he was smart, The council borough called me and asked, can you keep this guy? Between the council, the Home Office, and the British High Commission, and the Motherless Babies Home, I took this child. This is the same Marlene they're calling names. Where did I go wrong? What did I do to deserve this? At the end of the show, I'll call everybody's name out. That's the way I feel right now. I invited somebody. I said, okay, I have this dream, beautiful dream, to start a charity show. And I want you to anchor it with me. I did not leave any stone unturned. I said in this show, I will have a ballot pot. I will have something like a ballot pot. I didn't call the name of the pot. I said I'll have a ballot pot. I will put people's names. They will get me names from Nigeria. Put it in there. Dig their hands. Whoever you pick will get either scholarship from us. Petty traders will get their money, their business started. If you're in the hospital, you're not paying bills, which these things are the things my charity in Nigeria are doing. But instead of saying I'm starting the Center for Exploitation of Prevention of Exploitation of Women and Children here, I said, okay, I'll start a TV show, which is a charity. These are my concerns. I called this girl late night. I think it was about midnight, between 11 and midnight, because she works late. She does some kind of internet thing late. I called her, I said, this is my, she said, oh sis, this is a very good idea. This is a very good, this thing. Oh, thank you for picking me to do this thing with you. Then I asked her, what will this take? She said, we need to have register and have website built. I asked her how much. She said £35. I transferred £35 straight to her account to start this thing. Then Facebook, she asked me, see, should I open the Facebook or you want to do it? Nothing in my mind, trust. I said, you open it. Then we had our first show. She wrote a contract for me to look into, agreements, look into so we can sign it and all that. I said, okay, when we come to the studio on Friday, which was the first day we were to record, that was 2-3 weeks ago. When we come there, we can sign this thing. We both came in the process of the recording and all that. We both forgot to sign this contract agreement. I thought we had a good show. Came back home, wanted to put things in Facebook. I couldn't. Then I called her. I said, why can't I upload or download in this? She said, oh, because I didn't make you admin. Why didn't you make me admin? If I make you admin, you have access to my passwords and all that. Then I said, it doesn't work that way. And I didn't even know you didn't know how to open it. Because if you're opening it, you won't open it with your personal name. You open it with your business name. Because I done it with the movie set that we did. Because out of annoyance, I must tell you now, the 500 pictures I put there, I withdrew it, I deleted them. I said, okay, if you pay me the £2,000, you told people you paid me, I'll put them back. And that's why they're not back yet. For people that she told I wickedly took off the pictures and all, I did not. She told people she paid me £2,000 to do all those things. So I'm not actually asking for £2,000. I said, if you pay me £1,000, I'll put them back. But you paid me nothing, not penny. I did everything. I stayed awake all morning, all night doing this thing. I should be appreciated. At least. So now I call this other girl. Why am I always getting involved with these kind of people? That's the question I'm asking today. What did I do wrong? Where did I go? I'm not blaming my God. I know I'm a good person. And you cannot change me. If you're watching, I know you're watching. You cannot change me. 3 of you cannot change me. I'm still Msteeq Marlene. The Msteeq Marlene, the girl with the golden pot of hope. And I'm telling you that now. That's my new name. Msteeq Marlene, the girl with the golden pot of hope. And you cannot finish Msteeq Marlene without completing it. Because, and then in the process of trying to get a name for this charity, I bought the pot. I brought the name pot. I brought the concept. I brought anything. The only thing you did was you said, okay, let it be golden. And then you say, okay, the name Golden Pot is your name. I was ready to let it go, you know. But I'm not stupid. Because then you became so stupid that I called you on the phone. I told you, I am not upset, but I'm hurt. Because I opened up to you. I told you, I took you like my own sister. What I could tell, what I told you I couldn't tell anybody. But I didn't know. You're a thief that got caught. And I'm telling you that now. Looking at you, I'm sure you're watching me. You know yourself. You're a thief that got caught. To the extent of going, and I watched, I'm not lying, I watched a program where you did, a nasty program you did, lying to the people. When you were asked, how did you come up with the name? You have this land in Sierra Leone that has gold in it. And you have a little pot that you put and then you put ballot, and shame on you. It should be shame on you. Shame on you. I'm so disappointed in you. I thought you were different from the rest. I'm sure you're listening to me. I'm not upset with you, but I'm hurt. I'm still hurt. Because I thought you were more than that. And now that I've known that you're just like them, you know where you all belong to. Remember what I wrote in the Facebook? When your grace falls, you look for where to hang. And when you can't find where to hang, you know where you end. In the pit. I never told you you couldn't have a show here. You spoke to my partner, he told you. All you told me was, okay, in 6 months, you can kick off your own show and all that. Prime View Television, for crying out loud, is not Marlene. Msteeq Marlene is Msteeq Marlene, a show in Prime View TV. If you want to have a show in Prime View TV, you are welcomed. But you don't go conniving, lying about me with some stupid fake apostles and think you'll get away with it. I'm saying this and I said I'm going to call them. I will call them because I've spoken to my solicitors about it. I've spoken to my lawyers about it. So I'm ready for 3 of you. Florence Okonkwo, I am ready for you. Ade Thomas, I am ready for you. Grace Echeta, I am ready for you. 3 of you. I'm ready for 3 of you. Marlene Onyocha is ready for 3 of you. Take me anywhere. Because you cannot use me and still backbite and still damage my name. You can't do that. Everybody has a brand. And Marlene is a brand. And I must tell you that. On this note, I close this show. Till next week. If I still need to air myself out, I will do that. Please, my viewers, understand, if I upset anybody, apart from these 3 non-entities, of these 3 mugus, these 3 okokos, like I described them in my Facebook page, forgive me. If I've said anything I shouldn't have said, forgive me. It is about time I set the record straight. On this note, I say good night.
Prime View TV. New media with a difference.